Love is in the air and the aisles at Whole Foods Market. Head in now for the love affair and make it a memorable Valentine's Day with great deals on finds like animal welfare certified New York strip steaks and sweets from the bakery. Set the mood with fresh, beautiful flowers from Whole Foods Market, where Prime members can pick up a double dozen bunch of roses for just $24.99 from February 8th through the 14th. Shop in-store or online. Terms apply. Fall in love at Whole Foods Market.
It's another Q&A edition of Optimal Health Daily, episode 2036, and I'm Dr. Neal Malik. Hey there, happy Friday, and welcome to another Q&A edition of Optimal Health Daily, where I answer your health questions related to fitness, diet and nutrition, and lots more. You send in the questions, and I answer them for you. Now, if you want to know more about me and my background and my credentials and why I call myself Dr. Neal, check out the first Q&A episode from earlier this month. But for now, I'm going to spare you from that long intro so we can jump right in and hear today's question as we optimize your life. Today's question came via email. Barbara writes, why is it so hard to develop healthy habits and stay consistent? What are some ways to start on this path? Thank you so much for taking the time to send me your question, Barbara. Now, I've done this before. I'm going to reveal to you my psychic abilities. I'm willing to guess you know exactly which health behaviors you should be doing. You know what you need to do in order to achieve optimal health. The trick is actually taking that first step and performing those healthy behaviors and making them a habit. That's the problem. I found that most people don't need to be told that they should exercise regularly and eat more fruits and vegetables. They don't need to be told to manage their stress better or to get more sleep. I've never had a patient tell me, "What? I need to eat more fruits and vegetables? That is brand new information." Rather, the trick is, well, to borrow from the Nike slogan, they need to just do it. There are lots of reasons why we find healthy habits so difficult to start and stick to. And in fact, if I had the solution, I'd be able to help billions of people. But unfortunately, there isn't just one solution to this. For some, it's hard to start their healthy habits because they don't know where to start. Maybe they're overwhelmed. Or maybe we've tried changing our habits in the past and failed, or we didn't like how the new habit felt. For others, maybe the goals were too lofty. Maybe they relied on willpower too often. Or let's be real here, maybe the new habit is just not a priority. A while back, I was at a conference in San Diego, and I'm going to quote one of the speakers, Dr. David Sabgir. Quote, "We don't need health information, we need health inspiration." End quote. To me, that says it all. So my question to you, Barbara, and anyone else interested in taking that first step towards a healthier, more well life is this. What inspires you? For some, their inspiration may come from wanting to feel their best when they reach the later stages of life. But sometimes goals like these, while inspiring, can seem so far away that it leads to inaction. So we might end up saying, that's so far into the future, I'll get around to it. I've got other priorities right now. To prevent this from happening and make our healthy habits more of a priority, here's what we can do. First, think about the habits that you need to adopt to help you feel your best today, right now, and when you, say, reach those later stages of life, if that's a priority for you. Let's use physical activity as an example. Based on lots and lots of published studies, we know that staying physically active is one of the best ways to keep your body performing at its best. Again, no one probably needs to be told that. But let's say someone wants to start exercising at least 3 times a week, but they're not really following a structured program right now. So this means the first step is to begin exercising, to take that very first step. But that's actually good news. It means we don't need to exercise 3 times a week right now, starting this very minute. We can work up to that. So where should you start? That leads me to step 2. And this step is borrowed from Dr. B.J. Fogg from Stanford University. Think about your daily routine right now, not your daily routine with exercise. I promise there's a method to my madness. Follow me here. Let's say your morning routine looks like this. Your alarm clock goes off abruptly at 6 a.m. every weekday. When the alarm sounds, you shut it off, stumble out of bed, and immediately head to your bathroom sink to wash your face and brush your teeth. This is your morning routine. You're with me so far? All right, so here's what you do. Starting on Monday, Try this. When the alarm sounds, shut it off like you normally would. Crawl out of bed like you normally would. But instead of walking towards your bathroom sink like you usually do, you stop and do 5 push-ups or 2 sit-ups or 7 standing squats. Then finish your morning routine by walking over to the sink to wash your face and brush your teeth. Did you catch what just happened there? In a not so sneaky way, we added a new behavior to your routine. Remember, your routine was getting up after your alarm clock wakes you, you walk to the sink, and instead we inserted a new behavior. Not only that, but we added a behavior that's quick and relatively easy to do. 5 push-ups or 2 sit-ups or 7 standing squats. Now, you don't have to do all of these, by the way. And honestly, you could just do 1 push-up or 1 standing squat if you wanted, just as long as you do it. Now, you may be thinking, how is this possibly going to get me to my ultimate goal of starting a new habit, like exercising regularly? Here's the genius behind this approach. Again, I'm going to use my psychic abilities here. When you perform those 1 or 2 or 5 push-ups or sit-ups or squats or whatever, you'll probably say to yourself, well, this doesn't feel so badly. Why don't I just keep going? I can do some more. So you may find yourself doing 10 push-ups or maybe 20 or more. And the other really cool thing about this method is that it doesn't require extra planning or preparation. You already have your morning habits. Just add 1 small extra behavior in between. That's it. You've just created a new habit. All right, this is all well and good for an unstructured exercise routine. But what if the goal is to be able to run 3 miles or more at a time or have some bulging biceps? You can apply these very same steps. Start by taking a look at your usual routine. If you want to take up running, you need to know when the best time to do this will be. Knowing your normal patterns will help you figure out when the best time will be. So let's say when you get home from work, you immediately go to the television and begin watching your favorite show. You're tired, I get it. But instead of doing this, what you can do is be sure to leave your running shoes right next to the television remote control the night before. Then, when you get home from work the next day, instead of walking through the door and turning on the television, you put on your running shoes because they're right there as a reminder. And then you hopefully go for a quick walk or a quick jog. It could be a 10-minute walk or jog, 15 minutes, or even 1 minute. It doesn't matter. As long as you put on those running shoes, that's what counts. Once putting on your running shoes has become a habit, and hopefully the walking or jogging that follows, you can build on how long and or how often you run or walk. Then use these same steps to create other healthy habits. Now, some final thoughts. Complexity is the enemy of action. If a behavior is simple and convenient, consistency will almost always follow. Also, have patience with yourself. Habits take time to form. So why do we expect to be able to break our habits with a quick snap of our fingers? It doesn't work that way. So again, consistency is key. Have patience with yourself. Understand you may not see results you're looking for right away, but that doesn't mean good things aren't still happening. You may not be able to see how the neurons in your brain are beginning to change as you start this journey, and I guarantee they are changing. You can't see that by taking a 5-minute walk, you made some of the sugar in your bloodstream disappear and help the muscle cells in your legs grow. But if you stay consistent and have patience, eventually you will feel and see those wonderful effects.
Love is in the air and the aisles at Whole Foods Market. Head in now for the love affair and make it a memorable Valentine's Day with great deals on finds like animal welfare certified New York strip steaks and sweets from the bakery. Set the mood with fresh, beautiful flowers from Whole Foods Market, where Prime members can pick up a double dozen bunch of roses for just $24.99 from February 8th through the 14th. Shop in-store or online. Terms apply. Fall in love at Whole Foods Market.
Think about someone who has changed your life for the better. How incredible would it be if your company could find more of those life-changing people right when you needed them? If you're hiring, you need Indeed. Indeed is the hiring platform helping over 3 million businesses worldwide to do it all. Don't spend hours on multiple job sites looking for candidates. Over 80% of Indeed employers find quality candidates the moment they sponsor a job. I especially love Indeed's Instant Match feature because candidates you invite to apply through Instant Match are 3 times more likely to apply to your job than candidates who only see it in search, according to US Indeed data. Indeed knows that finding people with the right skills makes all the difference when you're hiring a team of one. Visit Indeed.com/health to start hiring now. Just go to Indeed.com/health. Indeed.com/health. Terms and conditions apply. Cost per application pricing not available for everyone. Need to hire? You need Indeed. Thank you again for taking the time to send in your question, Barbara. Now, if you want to send in a question to have answered right here on the show, you can email one to health@oldpodcast.com. Now, if you're in the US and your question is applicable, we'll even physically mail you one of our Optimal Living Daily workbooks. Now, if you want your voice on the podcast, just come by oldpodcast.com/ask, and you can record your question straight from your computer's microphone. If you don't like it, you can play back, listen to it, and delete it. Then you can do a retake before sending it in. Or you can do it the old-fashioned way and call in your question. The number is 1-61-I-LOVE-OHD. That's 1-614-568-3643. Thank you in advance so much for sending me your questions. Answering your questions is one of my favorite parts of this show. All right, that's another Q&A edition of Optimal Health Daily. Thank you so much for listening every day. Thank you for listening all the way through. Thank you for sharing the show with someone. I hope you have a great start to your weekend, and I'll see you back here tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.